Forgiveness of sins is one of the greatest gifts offered through Christ. The Bible teaches that all have sinned and fall short of God's glory, but through the sacrifice of Jesus, forgiveness is freely given to those who believe. This forgiveness is not something earned by good deeds, but is a result of God's grace. Accepting this gift brings peace and a renewed relationship with God. It is important to remember that just as we are forgiven, we are called to forgive others. Holding on to resentment hinders spiritual growth, while forgiveness opens the door to healing and reconciliation. The book of Proverbs is a treasure of wisdom that offers practical guidance for everyday life. It teaches about the value of wisdom, the dangers of pride, and the blessings of living righteously. Proverbs reminds believers to trust in the Lord with all their heart and to not lean on their own understanding. It emphasizes the importance of guarding one's words, seeking counsel, and walking with integrity. Studying Proverbs can help believers navigate life with a focus on godly principles, leading to better decisions and stronger relationships. Freedom in Christ means being set free from the bondage of sin and the burden of the law. This freedom does not mean living without restraint, but rather living in alignment with God's will. Through Christ, believers are free to pursue righteousness and experience joy that comes from a relationship with Him. This freedom also empowers believers to serve others selflessly, reflecting the love of Christ. It is a reminder that true liberty is found in living as God intended, with a heart transformed by His grace. Forgiveness is also a reflection of God's character. When we forgive, we mirror His mercy and love. It can be difficult to forgive, especially when deeply hurt, but it is a vital step towards spiritual maturity. Prayer is essential in seeking the strength to forgive, and trusting God with the process brings peace. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing wrongdoing, but choosing to let go of bitterness and entrusting justice to God. It is an act of obedience that leads to freedom from anger and pain. Proverbs also teaches about the power of humility and the dangers of pride. It encourages seeking wisdom from God and others instead of relying solely on oneself. Humility opens the heart to learning and growth, while pride creates division and hinders spiritual progress. By studying Proverbs, believers can gain insight into how to live in a way that honors God. It is a guide for cultivating a heart that is aligned with God's wisdom, leading to a life marked by peace and purpose. Living in the freedom of Christ is a daily journey. It involves surrendering fears, guilt, and doubts to God and embracing the new identity found in Him. This freedom allows believers to live with hope and assurance, knowing that they are loved and valued by God. Sharing this freedom with others is a way to spread the message of Christ's love. By living a life that reflects joy and gratitude for this freedom, believers can inspire others to seek the same relationship with God.